Thank you to our sponsor, MBA Growth Partners.
Welcome to Studio 501c3. I'm your host, Kim Jones, and I want to thank Montgomery Community Media for letting me join them and bringing you valuable information and resources. Our show features nonprofit organizations that are charities that the IRS has designated as 501c3 because they provide a public benefit. And in most cases, your donations to these nonprofits are tax deductible. Today, I'm pleased to introduce Elizabeth Catlett, Artistic and Executive Director of the Metropolitan Ballet Theatre and Academy. The theater and academy inspire students to dance by providing structured training while giving each dancer the opportunity to experiment with their own creativity. Elizabeth, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Great. So tell us a little bit about the organization and how you're bringing this form of education to the community outside of your performances.
So Metropolitan Ballet Theatre and Academy has been open since 1989, and we are entering our 34th season of production. We always do an annual production of the Nutcracker, as well as a spring production. And this year, we're happy to be doing the Sleeping Beauty, and it's going to be a more modern take on that. But every year, we also offer performances for all of our students ages 3 up to adult. And we have showcases that are presented in our Black Box Theater, as well as the local Montgomery College, the Robert E. Perilla Performing Arts Center as well. And so we offer a winter collective as well as a spring collective. And so we're so excited to be in our 34th performance season. And we also have a wonderful academy. We have classes that are, of course, we have ballet classes, but we also have classes in the genres of hip hop, jazz, modern, as well as contemporary too.
Oh, wow. So all of those, and I'm sure all of that is on your website, which we're going to have on screen. But how do you decide which of these art forms and dance forms you're going to kind of bring in?
So I think the biggest decision on our part is what productions we're going to be, doing every year. And so with our collectives, that gives us the opportunity to feature some of our own instructors. We have amazing instructors, and we are able to allow them the opportunity to choreograph. Mm-hmm. And but for our productions such as the Sleeping Beauty, or we've done in the past Cinderella, I've even produced and created our own story called Becoming Sugar Plum that was done as a spring production too. So we try to be as creative and innovative every year when we're brainstorming productions that we get to present.
And obviously you're partnering out in the community as well. You said that you're doing productions at Montgomery College. Are there other organizations that you're also partnering with?
So we are, you said we're a nonprofit, of course, and part of our mission is reaching out to our local community. So we do partner with local Title I schools, and we partner with the Judy Center. And even during the pandemic, when we weren't able to go into their facilities, we offered classes for the Judy Center to come to our studio, which was wonderful.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the biggest challenge to any of your outreach, obviously during the pandemic, everybody knows that it was hard to do things in person and get people together, but any other big outreach challenges that you've had to overcome?
So I think we're always thinking of new ways to reach out into the community. Starting last year, I actually started a free Grown Up in Me program that's offered monthly at our studio. So for any parents or guardians with the young students interested in trying dance, please look into our website for that, because we are continuing that outreach program, which has been really successful.
So this is obviously for people that may not aspire to be dancers, but want to somehow engage in the art form.
Absolutely.
I'm sure it's a lot of fun. How does that go with the parents?
So for our free Grown Up in Me program, it's geared for parents and guardians who have kiddos that are 2 through 4, even younger than 2 have come though, just to see, can my children interact with others? Can they explore dance? Can they explore music and be in that studio setting? We have a lot of fun, but we also have other programming too for people, students that are children and adults to get to try dance for the first time. We always say that everyone is a dancer, no matter how experienced you are, no matter what your background and training is. Everyone is a dancer, and we welcome all ages and abilities to come try dance classes. And you can always come take a free trial if you're ever interested.
Okay, as long as nobody laughs. Yeah, because you say everybody is a dancer, but boy, you probably haven't seen me. So I'll be the first one. I'll be the first one. So there's obviously, with all of the outreach that you're doing and all of the different forms, you're looking at a lot of diversity and inclusion in your programs and your participants and everything. That really is important. And is that kind of a driving value behind the organization also?
So much, yes. And even just, we have our board of directors, and we want to make sure that our board of directors, from the top all the way through our faculty, through our students, that we have diverse representation. And that goes as well as having male representation in the school too, because we encourage boys, girls, all genders to be able to dance without discrimination and to feel like they belong and that they're inclusive. So we have a wonderful, diverse community here at MBT, and our instructors are also diverse in their training and background, and as well as our board and our staff.
Wow. Okay. So it sounds like the outreach is working and you're putting your values, right up front. And I think that, as I said before, is very important with organizations that are out in the community and trying to attract, everybody in order to take advantage of what you have to offer. That's just very important. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more about your programs at Metropolitan Ballet Theatre and Academy. We'll be right back.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy. Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Welcome back to Studio 501c3. I'm talking with Elizabeth Catlett, the Artistic and Executive Director of Metropolitan Ballet Theatre and Academy. So before the break, Elizabeth, we were talking about the diversity of your programs. What other programs, you've talked about hip hop programs and other kinds of programs. What other things are interesting that people don't think about when they hear ballet, a ballet theater?
So we are Metropolitan Ballet Theatre, and like you said, we do offer classes in hip hop, modern, jazz, tap. And what's great is that with our collective performances. We have a winter collective as well as a spring collective. We are able to have performances on the big stage that feature those genres of dance as well. And so, whether a student may not want to come in and wear leotard and tights, maybe they are more comfortable coming in their athletic clothing, we have a class that is going to make all of those dancers and students feel comfortable and feel like they belong.
Wow. And when people first come in, they bring their children. They're often thinking about this in terms of their children, obviously. Is there any hesitancy? Well, I'm not sure if my child is going to, like this. What are some of the things that the families face when they sign up their kids?
So I want to just say that we always offer free trial classes. So perhaps, we never want to make anyone feel pressured. And we don't allow the parents or guardians to watch just because so many times that provides a distraction to the other students or might make the other students feel uncomfortable. However, we do offer visitors weeks as well as our performances that give the parents and guardians an opportunity to see what is happening in the classes. And we also do mid-year and end-of-the-year evaluations too. So we're a little bit more of a school in that regard. But I just want to say that we do offer free trials for all of our classes. So say maybe ballet didn't work for you, but maybe you could take then another free trial in the hip hop program and you find that fit. And then the other thing that I want to include is that we are a nonprofit that offers scholarships. If your financial burden should never be a reason that your child cannot dance. And so we do have a scholarship program, and we're so grateful for our donors and supporters that we are able then to provide such wonderful training for these students that love dance and, are meant to be in the dance studio and that can be provided those scholarships.
I'm glad you mentioned that because, as I said at the beginning of the show, the donations that are made to the nonprofits that we're featuring, in most cases, are tax deductible. Everybody's situation is different, but that's an important part of being a nonprofit and generating some of that revenue from the public. So I know that people can go to your website when we put it up and possibly not just sign up for classes or a free trial, but they'll be able to make a donation as well.
Correct. And part of those donations too go into our free ticket giveaway program where we work with the local Title I schools and Judy Center to be able to provide tickets to those students that might not otherwise get to see a production. And, our productions such as the Nutcracker or our spring productions such as Sleeping Beauty or in the past Cinderella are really done in the most professional sense for students. And to be able to provide that opportunity for free through our free ticket giveaway program is wonderful. And we really appreciate our supporters.
It's been a while since I've seen your Nutcracker production, but I remember it's when my son was younger, and I remember taking him. He's out of college now, but maybe the next season I'll have to make sure that I get a ticket and maybe take some friends along with me. It sounds like you really made these kinds of performing arts programs a lot more visible to the community and a lot more appealing with all of the different variety that you have. And I think it's very important that the fact that you mentioned the whole the scholarship program. But we're out of time, and I just want to thank you for being here, and I hope we have a chance to talk again. So I want to tell the audience that you can visit the Metropolitan Ballet Theatre and Academy's website at mbtdance.org. I'm Kim Jones. Thanks for joining us, and come back for another edition of Studio 501c3 on Montgomery Community Media.